Hey everyone, in this brief video, I'm going to highlight two green flags for Upstart stock, and I'm going to talk about first the first green flag, which is the auto loan opportunity, and the second green flag is home loans. Let's get started right away with the auto loan. So the CFO talking about auto for us, and this is from a conference call the company held on May 18th, and talking about the auto market for them is a two-part play. Part one is to get as many dealers as they can using their software to sell cars. Nothing to do with financing and lending, right? They just want dealership to use the Upstart platform to sell cars. That's it, right? Nothing more than that. Then step two is for them to get those dealers that are using their software to sell cars to then adopt their financing solutions, to then use Upstart to fund some of the loans that consumers might want to take on to purchase cars, right? But to get to step two, they need to get step one. They need to get people to adopt their platform, which will make it easier for them to get into step two because they've already got the foot in the door. And the CFO thinks that you'll see pretty rapid adoption of the financing product with their sort of retail software footprint. So the CFO thinks it's going to make significant progress in that market, in that lending market. And, Upstart overall tends to reduce the friction in the borrowing and lending process. Its platform, it's fueled by artificial intelligence to make decisions. So that process goes faster than the traditional approval process for loans, which can be more lengthy and cumbersome and more annoying for both the customer and for the retail provider, whatever it might be, whether it be cars or whatever else, just to remove all that friction. So that's one solid green flag for Upstart in 2023 and beyond for that matter. The second green flag for Upstart is the home loan market. And the HELOC product is where they're starting with. And so with the HELOC product, which is a home equity line of financing, it's a much primer audience than our unsecured loans. What the CFO means by primer, meaning higher quality borrower, a borrower with a higher score, a better financial picture, a better balance sheet, a lower credit risk overall. And so these are homeowners that tend to have pretty strong credit, and obviously it's asset backed or secured. And so with respect to reducing loss rates by doing better risk modeling. So this is a big benefit here, is having asset backed or secured loans, because these loans that are asset backed, if for any reason the borrower does not pay you back, you can go after the asset. If it's a home, so you can go after and foreclose on the home, and the home will now become your home, and you can sell it to recoup your money that you lent out. So your risk of losing money by lending it goes down substantially when there's an asset behind it, when there's collateral backing the loan. Because if there's no repayment, you can go after the asset and recoup your costs. So that makes it a lot less riskier, which of course, if it's lower risk, makes lenders more interested, right? Lenders' biggest concern, one of lenders' biggest concern, is not getting their money back. It's not getting their money back is a big concern for lenders. So if you reduce that risk of not getting their money back, now all of a sudden more lenders become interested. The other side of it is process automation and the ability to take friction out of the process without incurring any increased fraud or credit default. And yes, the HELOC market today, the average HELOC probably takes weeks to close. And we intend to be able to approve it within hours and fund it within days. That would be a massive improvement to the way it works now. So by Upstart stepping into this market, its competitive advantage, or the reason why lenders will choose to go through Upstart, is because of the improved process. Right? They like the improved process. Consumers, of course, will like the improved process, right? Consumers definitely don't like to go through all of those hoops to jump through to get loans, right? Lenders, sometimes they prefer it because it just an increased layer of due diligence to make sure to reduce that risk of default, to reduce the risk of loss. So they sometimes prefer it, but consumers will push for the more convenient option, which will then get lenders to kind of say, all right, you know what? This does make a lot more sense. It's much faster. And the fact that there is a lot of collateral behind it means we don't have to do so much due diligence. There's collateral behind it. And so, worst case scenario, we can foreclose on the property and get our money back. All right, so there you have it. Two green flags for Upstart stock in 2023 and beyond. But that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.